Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Everybody, welcome to Jackie's Groove. This is Jackie Bertoni. It's a beautiful Friday, June 10th, Southern California. It's nice and sunny outside. If you hear some blowers out there, my landscapers decided to come at the last minute, so we'll play through this. Everybody, welcome. I am so proud and so privileged to have one of my dear friends online. This was something we've talked about with my numerous trips to Las Vegas. The gentleman I'm talking about is a fellow percussionist, my dear friend of mine, Gabriel Santana Falcon. I played the beginning of a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll from Donnie and Marie. Actually, his bosses for the past 8+ years. Gabriel's had the percussion throne at the Flamingo Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. If you haven't seen the show, guys, trust me, I've seen it twice. It's a tearjerker, man. I mean, it's only a camaraderie that a brother and sister can share, not a husband and wife, and I highly recommend it. So with that said, I want everybody to welcome with open ears and open arms to my very close compadre, my boy, Mr. Gabriel Falcon. Gabe, welcome to Jackie's Groove, brother.
Hey, welcome, Gabriel. Thank you, Jackie. How are you, brother?
Odale pues. How are you, man?
I'm great, bro. That was a real surprise opening for this show today.
I figured either piss you off or make you laugh. So, I mean, I had to do it, man. I had to do it. You know, to all my listeners out there, Gabe and I, when we do our every 6 weeks in Las Vegas, we do this marathon lunch. Caprice, my wife, well, actually, she used to fall asleep. Now she endeavors in it, and we have some great time to play catch up. You know, Gabe and I, we share a few things in common. His boss is his boss. I worked with Donnie back in the early 90s. He's also shared the percussion chair with a mega superstar from the Philippines by the name of Martin Nievera. And then Gabriel's always been and gracious, along with Jerry Lopez, the leader of Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. When I go to Las Vegas, they welcome me on stage to play. So if you guys haven't seen them, we'll talk more about them in depth. Gabriel, we have 4 episodes, 4 segments of 12 minutes each. We're going to try to put as much as we can into this to make people happy and to make them listen. So with that said, brother, you know what? I know all about you. The listeners know all about you. But to those who don't, let's just start from the beginning. Where were you born and where were you raised, and did you ever grow up?
I'm still growing up, and I'm something years old. I was born in San Jose, California, but I grew up in Azusa, California, San Gabriel Valley.
Right.
Which is actually where I'm hanging out, because I'm with my parents today. I had a day to come and hang out. I brought them to lunch, and they're enjoying a nice meal at Marie Callender's.
Perfect. That's a nice bump.
Yeah. Well.
You know what? It's all good, man. Family first. And so when did you make your pilgrimage to Las Vegas?
Well, I actually met Jerry Lopez in December of 2000. He called me through some friends of mine here in California, Joey Heredia and Ronnie Gutierrez.
Right.
And they referred me to him. He called me. I went to Vegas to do an audition for a show that he got the musical chair for. And we've been together ever since. I moved to Las Vegas in January of 2001. It's like January 12th, I think, or 13th. My sister's birthday.
And the rest is history, as they say. You know, in fact, I was just with Ronnie on Wednesday. We were hosted by LP and DW Drum Workshop. So I had a bunch of the local monkeys out here, and we hung out, and we had a great time. and we talked about you, and we had a good time. So it was a beautiful thing all the way around. Hey, man, let's talk about Vegas. You know how much I love Vegas, and I love hanging out with you and your beautiful wife, Linda, when we get the opportunity.
Same here. Thank you.
Man, normally for the listeners out there, Gabe and I, we make our dates. It's either going to be at the Aria Cafe or it's going to be at the Monte Carlo Cafe or something. But one day, my crazy friend decided, hey, man, you want to go out of the off the strip and go get some good food? We ended up in the Old Town off of Sahara to a place called, I think it was the Las Vegas Chicken, whatever it was, or Nevada Chicken
Cafe.
Yeah, man. So it was about 119 degrees, and I'm not being facetious when I say this. It was Indian summer. And so we make our way in, and there's a poor guy outside. He's got chicken on the spit, and I felt sorry for him. And so we get into this place. Obviously, the line was huge, so that's a sign of a good restaurant.
Right.
But as I'm making my way in, Gabe had already gotten there, and I see this homeless woman walking across the parking lot. Actually, she was like strutting across the parking lot, which was, didn't really think twice about it. Kind of felt sorry for her that it was so hot outside. So we get into this place. It was packed and 119 degrees outside. It was about 140 degrees inside because the only seat available there was right by the kitchen. And the only place that was cool in the place was in the bathroom. So we're sitting there having an amazing lunch, and all of a sudden this homeless woman goes berserk.
Yes.
She helps herself to the table next to us. She takes the guy's $20 bill off the table. And she starts to yell at him, and she's threatening him that she is a veteran, and she's fought in Vietnam and Iraq and so on. So basically, instead of getting worried, we kind of all turned our chairs, and we watched the family, the Asian family there. The husband picked up the fork, and he's yelling at her, "I stab you! I stab you!" And we were and Gabe spent the whole day going, "Hey guys, I'm really sorry. I said, "Are you kidding? I want to make sure I don't have to pay a cover charge for this entertainment." So needless to say, the woman left. She came back and again, tried to attack the guy. The guy picked up a butter knife, and the owner of the restaurant ran over, and she said, that butter knife doesn't cut butter, so you're kind of out of luck. So that was the last one of the great, that was actually, we saved money by not having to go to see Cirque du Soleil or Donnie Marie. That was the greatest entertainment there. So, all right. So what that was, I wanted to give a little anecdote there itself. So, Gabe, you get the call for Donnie and Marie when, and what were you feeling about it?
I got the call in June of 2008. Well, it might have been May. And the musical director called Jerry Lopez and said, I've been guided to call you, and you're the guy that knows all the musicians here in town.
Right.
Donnie and Marie are coming, and we may need you to put a band together. And Jerry says, well, I have my band, Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. You're welcome to come and see us Monday night, and we'll perform for you and see if that works out. And so he did, and the musical director says, okay, I'll take him, and him. So that's kind of how that worked out.
And let me give a little misnomer itself. Again, please don't let the word Donnie and Marie have anything light about it. That show is a 90-minute show. And when you're done, you're worn out as the audience. I mean, the audience, my wife and I were there. We were the youngest one in the crowd. But let me tell you something. Don't be fooled, because with that band, with the quasi Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns on that stage, they pushed Donnie and Marie like I've never seen them get pushed before. So, again, I'm not getting paid for this, but if you guys get to Vegas, make a pilgrimage there and buy the tickets, because it's amazing. And Gabe has been there, as I said, going for 8+ years. Gabe, correct me if I'm wrong on that?
Yes, 8+ years, yes.
We love it, man. Just for the fact that that Donnie comes out, Donnie and Marie come out, then he goes back, Marie comes out, she leaves, he comes back, and they join each other, and they have these two huge screens. And by the way, the Tropicana is one of the last of the old-style Vegas showrooms with the red velvet and so on, and it's the only thing modern about it is the ticket sales, because everything, you feel like you're in old Vegas there, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. So, again, I won't go any further on that. It's a great show. Definitely see it. But I want to talk about, on this next segment, we're coming up to almost the running end of this one, Gabe, to see how fast it goes. But I want to talk about, we'll talk lightly on your tenure with Kenny Loggins. and the other side. But I want to talk about my favorite band of all time, Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. In fact, I was introduced to you by our mutual friend, the timbale player for Santana, Carl Parazo. I was actually your guest at the, and I said Tropicana. I meant to say Flamingo on the last thing about Donnie and Marie. But we went and saw you at the, thanks for correcting me also. Pay attention, I'm doing a show here. We had a chance to go see the last show at the Tropicana before they remodeled the place. And I got to tell you, Caprice and I, we make sure that we go to Las Vegas on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday because we can't miss the Monday night performance at the, I believe it's the South Point Casino, right? Correct?
Correct.
And,
yes,
and formerly from the Palm. So with that said, we're going to get into it. We're going to play a little bit of music regarding that, and we're going to talk about Jerry Lopez and your crazy band members and what it takes, and why you guys are only playing one damn night out of the week. It just makes no sense to us. But and we'll talk about your traveling plans, and we'll tell you about what we're going to do and where you can see Gabe. And when Donnie and Marie are not in Vegas, on their separate shows together or their shows abroad, and they take Gabe away. So, Gabe, we'll be talking about that. I'm high on coffee right now. The thought about your mom and dad eating at Marie Callender's right now, a slice of pie would suit me just really well. So, you guys, when we get back on segment number 2, rolling out of segment number 1, with my in-studio guest, my crazy, crazy friend who I love like a brother from another mother, my good friend of mine, Gabriel Santana Falcon, whatever. He's a Latin dude. And we'll pick it up. We're going to have a good time, man. So, Gabe, relax. See how this easy was? I'm really, really coddling on this. So, you guys don't go anywhere. That music is going to be coming up pretty soon. We're gonna issue ourselves and walk out of segment 1. We're coming into segment 2 with my in-studio guest, Gabriel Falcon. Don't go anywhere, guys. You don't want to miss this.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs. Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. MOZEguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Amplify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Man, that is the funky, funky, funky deep groove sounds of Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns in a song. I think it's kind of provocative, called Close Enough to Taste. And for those who haven't seen Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns, do yourselves a favor. Make that drive to Las Vegas Monday nights at the South Point Hotel and Casino at the showroom. And they hit at night 10:30 until 12 o'clock. The best fun you'll have with your clothes on, trust me. And speaking of the best fun with your clothes on, my in-studio guest is my crazy, crazy Latino friend, Gabriel Santana Falcon. Gabriel, welcome back. Are you there, my brother?
I'm still here, brother. Oh, yeah,
hey, man.
Digging on it.
I love that last. I love the live version of this. I mean, you know, let's talk about the boys for a second. I mean, everybody in that band has their duty to make that band as funky as they possibly can. You know, it's a 15-piece band. I mean, by the time you guys are done, you know, everybody's in the audience is worn out. What do you do to prepare for Monday? Share with us. Let us walk in your shoes for a couple of minutes. What do you do to start the day, and what time do you get there, and et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I'm also in charge of the backline for Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns, so I get there a little early before the band does. Band comes in at 9:30, so I'm there usually between 8 and 8:30 to set up with the staff there, the crew at South Point. Set up the drums, and depending on the drummer, usually we have Pepe Jimenez, and he's got a specific setup that he uses. And sometimes Johnny Friday comes in and plays with us, and so he has a slightly different setup. But pretty much everybody else, a guitar amp, bass rig, two keyboard rigs, and the horn rig, you know, 6 horn players, 2 trumpets, a trombone, alto, tenor, and sax player. So it's a 6-piece horn section, really nice and fat. And we have Jerry on vocals and guitar. We have Jamie Hosmer on keyboards and vocals. We have Tyreek Johnson on vocals, Tony Davidge on vocals, and Lanny Counts also on vocals. And sometimes Jerry's brother, Lenny Lopez, will come in and sit in with us and sing with us, you know. So it's a great band, you know. Dave Richardson on keyboards, and let's see, did I miss anybody? Sonny Maupin, our front of house engineer. And
I love the guy who does the announcing for you guys. He is
Greg Sinclair.
Old Vegas. Crazy.
Greg Sinclair, yes, our announcer. Plus, he helps me with the back line, you know, set it up and tear it down. And then we have another gentleman by the name of Micro Shaw, who is also part of the backline team.
And what's my girlfriend's name that runs the Santa Fe Superstore? Oh,
Lorraine Fiedler.
That's right.
She runs the Santa Fe Superstore, Lorraine Fiedler, yes.
You know, the showroom at South Point is amazing. The sound is fat. The room is amazing. But I got to be honest with you, Gabe. I miss the lounge at the Palms. There's just something about that vibe there. I know you guys don't miss it per se, the room, but the equipment was no good. They weren't willing to put anything forward. That's why you guys made your pilgrimage across the town. but I do miss that vibe. You know, but guys, it's something you have to see. And what I was amazed, because Jerry is a great front man. In fact, I had Jerry on my show actually in the beginning stage of Jackie's Groove. And Jerry's just is an amazing guy. I love the fact that everybody on stage has an iPad that basically has got your set list and the songs and so on. I mean, things have changed, and I just find that amazing. What I find amazing also, everybody out there, is they have, it seems like, a famous person or persons that come in and sit in with Santa Fe. Share in the last, if you can, like the last year, who has come and joined the stage with you guys?
Well, we've had Christopher Cross, we've had Kenny Loggins, we've had Bill Champlin and his wife Tamara Champlin and their son. Will Champlin, and I mean the list goes on. We've had a couple of artists one from Scandinavia and Oli Barud, and there was another one. I can't remember his name. I think he might have been German, that also made the pilgrimage to Vegas so that they can be with us and perform with us on a Monday night.
You know, and I want everybody to get a chance to go to where we can buy records nowadays. Go to iTunes or go to Amazon, or again, go to the guy in the street corner. But pick up the catalog of Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. They have recorded the newest album out right now. It's called The Answer, probably one of my favorites. They have a live DVD also. Again, it's just amazing. I'm actually. This is one of my favorite bands, as you can probably tell the way I speak about Santa Fe. So you get there, the audience plugs in. I mean, that audience, the line is. I haven't been to a third show. I've been to the South Point, and each show has been sold out. It's wonderful, and it's only $5 to get in.
Correct.
Which blows me out of the water, man. Absolutely blows me out of the water. Hey,
it's a great deal.
You know, on that stage and that big, how is the sound on stage?
Oh, the sound is amazing. I mean, everybody has their own mix, and everybody can hear themselves, and everybody brings a little bit of each other in their own separate mix, and so we still get to hear each other. And the stage is bigger, but the energy, the camaraderie, the music, everything is still the same. Santa Fe, you know, we do our best to give the people 200%
plus
every Monday.
Yeah, you know. I just love the hang itself. I look forward to. We look forward to doing that lunch hang. You know, we talk so much shit about people that I won't even mention their names. I know you know who I'm talking about. I know you know who I'm talking about.
We share love.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the beautiful thing about that. Hey, let's step away from Santa Fe for 2 seconds here, and let's talk about Mr. Kenny Loggins. When were you with Kenny, and how long were you with him?
Well, my performances with Kenny have been at the Palms Casino when he's come to town.
Cool.
Normally he doesn't carry a percussionist, so my working with him has been there at the Palms.
Great.
So that's and I've done a couple of shows with him there. So that's
what an amazing voice, man.
He's great.
Yeah, I just said I was with Michael McDonald last weekend at the Newport Beach Jazz Festival. We talked about that and his times with Kenny on songs like "This Is It," and it's pretty amazing. You know, and Gabe, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, man, for gracing this show. I've got speaking of people who set in, I've got Bill Champlin and I've got Tamara Champlin coming on the show here. I think in the next month and a half. So we're going to be chopping it up, man. And with that said, I want everybody to. I'm going to step away for 1 second. I want to talk about my favorite four-letter word, starting with the word F, letter F, and the last word E. It's called free. And I want everybody to sit there, and I want them to go on to either your Apple Store or go on to Google Play and download our easy-to-use and navigate application. 2 words, Intertalk, first one, radio, second, and take us on the road with you in Jackie's Groove, wherever you're at. You want to stay in contact and touch with us. And definitely visit intertalkradio.com, where definitely your music and leader in the music industry, or as John Robinson calls us, the leader of the groove. And check onto us. Check onto my website, Jackie's Groove, and check on the episodes on demand and the shows that are coming up. So with that little bit of business done and out of the way, I'm going to get back to my Gabriel here because, you know, Gabe, you know what? We're not getting any younger, brother. You know, and it's
true.
You know, and the thing I love about the fact is, like, I've known you always and only as a percussionist. But the fact of the matter is, you didn't start on percussion. Drums were your main axe. Am I correct?
Drums. Yes, that is correct. Yes, I'm a drummer first, and then a percussionist. I've always, as a kid, I've always had a thing for hand percussion, congas, timbales, and all that. I've always loved what those guys do with those instruments. And so eventually I got into it and met with some guys here in L.A., Ronnie Gutierrez being one of them as a percussionist, and, got some lessons through them and learned the clave, basically. And I'm still learning it. I'm not, please don't misunderstand me, I don't know it like they know it, but I'm still learning it, and I know it enough to get through the songs, Latin jazz, some salsa here and there, and even some funk. You can apply it,
Well, and for those who don't know, the clave, C-L-A-V-E, is the heart and soul and the rhythm of Latin music. You can put the clave in anything, into a polka, and make it hipper, man. So that's the vibe, and I have a hard time believing that you haven't caught on to 100%, brother, because you fooled me. And so other than percussion and other than drums, is anything else that you're playing?
Well, I played alto sax for 3 years. I played trumpet for 2 years. I do play bass and guitar, but I am not a bass player or a guitar player. Just to clear that up.
You dabble. I want you to hold that thought, because we're going to come back. And you believe this already, brother? We're rolling out of segment number 2 into segment number 3. You guys don't go anywhere. I'm sitting here chopping it up with my good friend of mine, the crazy Gabriel Santana Falcon. We're going to find out where the word Santana is, if it's a branding or a marketing ploy, but we're going to get back to it and so on. So you guys don't go anywhere. We're going to be back right after this short break, and we're going to pick it up where we left off. Again, everybody, this is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned into Jackie's Groove with my in-studio guest today, Mr. Gabriel Santana Falcon. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm a little bit country. He's a little bit rock and roll.
Thank you.
Boom.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Ooh, that's the sounds, funky sounds, once again, of Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns on a song called Pack It Up. You know what? If it wasn't for our sponsors and how they believe in Jackie's Groove and Intertalk Radio, we'd be packing it up because we wouldn't be able to do what we do without them. So with that said, man, I just want to say hello to all my boys at Pitbull Audio, Calvin Lee and the crazy crew at pitbullaudio.com, but they just want you to play it loud. And SIR Studio Instrument Rentals, I'm sure Gabe knows about them. I know he knows about them. It's being the king of backline and rehearsals. You can visit them at sir-usa.com. And let's talk about the three big sponsors in my eyes on my show. Number one, let's start out with my drumstick company, Vater Percussion, V-A-T-E-R, who handles all of my wood, ba-dum-boom. And also to my boys at Sabian Cymbals. But the two newest and the two biggest are people I'm more biased to. Number one, I want to say hi to Don and to John and to Derek over at DW Drums, and that's dwdrums.com. They're one of our big sponsors coming up, and the one I'm most biased to, celebrating going on 27 years with LP Music Group as the people who lace my studio and my stage. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Jerry, Zacharias, and Terry, and all the boys over at LP. We appreciate your patronage, man. So with that said, everybody, do yourselves a favor. Log on to intertalkradio.com and check out the amazing 12, 13 shows we already have on the air and the many more that are coming up. So with that said, Gabe, I just lost 20 pounds on that introduction. Hey, man, let's talk about some projects that you're working on right now, projects that you can talk about, and projects that you promised you wouldn't. No spoiler alerts allowed. But what's coming up on the outside of either Santa Fe or Donnie and Marie or when you're flipping burgers over at McDonald's? What's going on?
Well, there's a gentleman that just got a room at the South Point, the Grand View. People know him as Zoe Bowie, and he's actually premiering tomorrow night, Saturday, at the Grand View room. And I'm actually going to be playing with him tomorrow night. I'll be playing percussion with him.
Big band?
And it's a big band, yes. He does a lot of vintage Vegas-style music. And some Sinatra, Eddie Gourmet, Steve Lawrence, that kind of style of music.
Did you introduce me to him before? Did we meet before? Okay,
yes.
I thought so. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. What about stuff for yourself? Anything that you've got planned in the works?
Well, I've been slowly but surely, I've been working on my own project that will probably come out next year because I take my time with it. You know how we are. We try to be perfectionists on ourselves, and you hear something, it's like, I don't like that, let me try that again. or let me do it over, or you know what, scratch that, let's try another song or something. So.
Or like me, I go, I love the way it sounds. Squirrel. Oh, look, it's something shiny.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we got to stay focused on that. Yeah, that's the thing about being percussionist. We can be pretentious, but we are definitely perfectionists itself. So because we always get the shit from everybody else out there being pretentious, and there's a reason to it. Because as percussionists, we're the frame around the beautiful picture that we support. So
yes.
With that said, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and the cool thing about my project is I get to play both drums and percussion on that project because on
your project.
On my project, yes.
Very cool. Who are you bringing in? Any of the guys from the band?
Right now I'm just kind of doing all the stuff myself and just kind of laying out the foundation of what I think I want it to sound like before I bring anybody in. Because when you bring somebody in, you got to find the right guy. The song's got to feel right. The feel has to be right, and the groove has to just lay itself out there so that people can like slip and slide and dance all over it, or move however.
What about the music? Are we talking about R&B, soul, funk, Latin, Tejano, polka?
Yes, all of the above.
Beautiful.
Yes, all of the above. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. In fact, Cappy and I are, we're planning out coming out again in the near future. So hopefully, not hopefully, we'll definitely get together and do the hang, and just chop it up more, man. Let's talk about when you go out on the road and when you guys walk away from the stage over the Flamingo. Is there a favorite city that you love to travel to with Donnie and Marie, Washington or wherever the places you go to? And if it's a favorite city, why do you like going there?
Well, let's see. A few years ago, I had the opportunity and the privilege to go with Donnie and Marie to the UK.
Right. Oh, really?
I enjoyed we spent 18 days out there. We were doing one-off shows, every night we had a different show, a different place, different venue. And we got to go throughout England and Scotland and Ireland, Wales. I mean, I got to see what the UK looks like firsthand by being there with them, and it was an awesome experience. I love the UK. I enjoyed it. The people were awesome. They're very receptive to. Of course, they're huge in the UK.
Well, that was the question I was going to ask you. I mean, they are born and raised in the USA, and how are they received out in the UK? How are they received in essence abroad? Period.
They're huge. They're awesome. I mean, it's like, their ancestry is Welsh, so they do have they have a big connection to the UK and the people out there. So, I mean, even back in the 70s when they were performing, and I mean, they were huge, and they still are. I can tell you from my own personal experience that they are huge. We were doing arenas out there in the UK, so that just goes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to jump in here for a second, but do you find there's a different vibe in a UK audience versus a US audience?
It depends on where we go. It's kind of like the U.S. audience will make the trek to Vegas, or we'll go out to where they're at,
right.
And they're very, very receptive. They're received very well, and it's been a while for them, since they've been to the UK. And for me, my personal experience, I mean, the crowds were great. I mean, the audiences were screaming and hooting and hollering to the point where it's like, wow, this is amazing.
Based upon that,
amazing everywhere.
Well, my question is, like every major act has a song or a mainstay song that if they don't play, the audience will lynch them. Is there a song that Donnie and Marie, either as conducive as a group or individually as they sing, that the audience is pressing them to make sure they play that song on a performance?
Well, I have to say this: a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
Right.
That's part of who they are as a team, and individually, Marie's is Paper Roses. She has to do Paper Roses. And Donnie's is Puppy Love. He has to do Puppy Love. If he doesn't do Puppy Love, it's like the audience won't let him go. until he does it.
And I love the story that Donnie says on stage about the fact that that song, when it was brought to him, the Osmonds were out on tour, and so he couldn't record. So actually, just to back that up, the song Ben was brought to Donnie, and I love it. And there's music you guys are playing behind Donnie's little spiel on stage, and Donnie says, Donnie goes, I couldn't do it, so I said, why don't you go ahead and give that song to Michael Jackson? And then the music stops, and Donnie goes, that's the last time I ever give away a song. You know, and because it was such a massive hit. But to think about it, which is the irony of the both of that, both Donnie and Michael both had simultaneous hits regarding animals, puppy love, and a rat named Ben.
Exactly.
That little rat bastard that he is, you know. So I mean, I think it's a cool vibe all the way around, and I love it when I love the spiel with Donnie and Marie when they talk about the Dancing with the Stars. And how Donnie won and Marie didn't, and how Marie passed off, and how Donnie ripped his butt muscle. And again, these are things that you have to experience. It's like telling somebody what steak. Steak tastes like you've been eating peanut butter. So, look who walked in the studio just now, Gabe. You know what? Someone just walked in the studio right now. They want to say hi. She's not used to talking to you over the mic, not in front of you at a cafe.
Hi, Gabe. I have a mouthful of food, and he's asking me to get on the radio right now. Are you kidding me, Jackie?
Hi, Cappy. How are you?
He says hi, Cappy. So, so I'm talking to this. You know, it's amazing. You know, I had the landscapers outside, and it's almost ironic. I have the landscapers, and I have a Latin guy on the phone. So your cousins were making too much noise, brother. Hey, man, we're stepping out of segment number 3. We're going to be going into segment number 4 with my in-studio guest, the crazy, the lovable, the irrevivacious, the man with the best hair in the business. Please, guys, don't go anywhere. Come back. Join us on segment number 4 with my in-studio guest, Gabriel Santana Falcon. Did you shave your head? Okay, we'll come back and we'll talk about that also. Guys, everybody, this is Jackie Bertoni and Jackie's Groove. Damn it, don't go anywhere. It's a free show. Who'd you pay to get into this place?
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear. Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. VinVillage connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. VinVillage is where wine lovers connect.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page, mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
And I hope you have your dancing shoes on. I know I do. Hey, guys, welcome back to the fourth and final segment with my in-studio guest, Gabriel Falcon Santana. This is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned in to the lovable Jackie's Groove, brought to you by Intertalk Radio. Hey, man, bottom line is, we are your music industry insider. And I just got to tell you, Gabe, we all have somebody that drives us in our life. You have Linda, I have my wife, Caprice. And they put up with our shit daily and everything else. But you know what? We like to think that we're on top of the world, but you and I both have bosses. We report to them and everything else. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So what I want to do is, actually, the gentleman I want to be bringing on is the CEO of Intertalk Radio, and he's also an amazing bass player, and he's connected with a lot of friends that we have. In fact, he was in Vegas a couple months ago on a business trip. Sent him on to see Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns. I said, you got to meet my boy Gabe, give him a big hug and a kiss, and guess what? He kissed Machito Sanchez, and because he was filling in for you, man. So yeah, nonetheless, but he'll do it again. He's going to be coming out to Vegas, I think, in the next week or so. So hopefully it'll be on a Monday. He can come back out there. So with that said, Florentino, are you there, brother?
I am here, brother. Man.
Florentino, say hi to Gabe. Gabe, say hi to Florentino.
What's up, Gabe? It's a long time no talk, right?
That's right, brother. How are you?
I'm
good to hear your voice.
I'm enjoying this show, man. I love it when Jackie talks to the peeps that he's known for years. You just get these great stories and the history of what's going on in this business. You guys have made that happen, and we really appreciate that. And, man, it's just, like you said, I was blown away by you guys. I brought my buddy out, Richard Avila, whom I'm actually headed back. I'm going to, tonight I'm heading over to Vegas. He's got a show tomorrow with the Philippine organization that celebrates the people who've served in the American wars here and servicemen.
That's great.
Yeah, so I'll be over there doing that thing and helping out. And I don't know what the heck I'm going to be doing. He's just man, you got to come out. You got to come out. So he's Michael O'Neill produced Project, and Jackie performed on it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, in fact, make sure you bring Richard. Make sure he gets copies to the guys and. Because I'll make sure you guys go out and see him if you guys have a break on Monday, Florentino. So actually,
no, I'm coming back, man. I'm coming back on Sunday. I had to cut it short. We got some big things happening next week. Oh, it's Gabe, this business is becoming really interesting, and I really think that it's a tough time, but it's also an interesting time, and I think I think the musicians are coming together, man. I think that we're all starting to work together. That's the whole point about Intertalk Radio is that we want to kind of have a virtual home, if you will, for all the players to kind of know that they are appreciated and that they're welcome to come on air and talk about what's going on in their lives and share their history and chronicling that. And Jackie's been just the master at doing that, So it's
definitely
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of the shows, and I listened to the guests that he's had on there, and the main thing that a lot of us share is being on the road and usually having somebody at home waiting for us.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's one of the things, whether it's a spouse or a child or, before I got married, my parents, everybody has somebody waiting for them at home.
Yeah. Didn't Journey sing about that with City Lights? I think so, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we're glad, and one of the things that's important about being home is being able to be socialized and being able to connect with people. I think it'd be awesome if you can kind of share how people can know more about you. I know you got a great website. I was checking it out. You got some other social media things, and they need to learn more about the Percussionist, because I'm the first one to say, hey, the Percussionist is possibly the most overlooked and underrated, but one of the key, almost most important parts of a track, because it sets the tone, it sets the feel, and if you don't have it, you definitely miss it.
Definitely. The other thing that I know that it does, it enhances what's already there. You can have a funky or whatever type of groove, and you pop in some percussion, whether it's tambourine, some shaker, or even a whistle of some type. Depending on the song, it will enhance what's already there. It'll just kind of, like a flower, it'll help it bloom even more with new colors and stuff.
And when it's not there the second time around, it is greatly, greatly missed. I'm telling you. I wouldn't want to play anything more than I'm playing right now. And speaking of the instruments we're playing on, Tino, why don't we just go ahead and see if we can get a shout out to some of his endorsers?
Yeah, so kind of finishing up the question piece, tell us how people can find you, and then number two, how people can find out about the gear that you're using with your endorsements.
Okay. My website is gsfmusic.com, and you can also find me on santafeband.com. One of the other websites and one of the other groups I work with is the Hot Club of Las Vegas. It's a gypsy jazz,
cool.
Django Reinhardt style music, and we're actually finishing up a CD, our third one, and it's going to be very cool, interesting. That is hotclublv.com.
You got to send that in. We're going to be starting an actual music channel for all of the Intertalk family, all the people that have interviewed with us and are part of our nice little world of artistry. So send that in, because we'll get started probably with that in August.
Definitely. Thank you. I appreciate that. The gear I've used since 1996, I believe. Toca Percussion, who is now owned by DW Drums.
Yeah.
And I use innovative percussion sticks, timbali sticks, and Amedia cymbals, AMEDIA cymbals out of New York, and Remo heads, conga heads, timbali heads, drum heads. Yeah.
Oh, awesome,
yeah.
sir.
What kind of underwear are you wearing right now?
Right?
Hanes, baby. Hanes.
That's it, baby.
Tagless.
Whites, baby. Whites.
You've been hanging with Michael Jordan too much, man.
Exactly.
Well, I don't like tags on my underwear, so
That's it.
I wear the tagless.
Good talking to you, Gabe. I'm going to pass it back to you guys as you finish up the last minute of this very too short interview.
Thanks, brother boy.
Well, thank you, Florentino. It's great to hear from you and talk to you again, brother.
Yeah. We'll reach out to you when we're in Vegas. Maybe we'll get together at some point.
Please do. Thank you.
In fact, thanks, Tino. In fact, when we're done with Gabe, we're gonna go live with my good friend of also as Gumby Ortiz, the percussionist with the legendary Al Di Meola. In which fact we've been blessed to follow Al throughout his electric tour 2016 called the Elegant Gypsy Meets the Romantic Warrior, and so we're going to be following him around, and we're going to be doing updates with that. So stick around and wait for those updates. Now, the updates I got right now, Gabe, thank you, brother boy. I love you, man. I mean, it's
love you too, brother. Thank you
kept
for this
it. Oh man, please, we kept it clean. We can pick up the shit stirring when we get together in person itself. There's too many people listening on this side. So everybody, want again say thank you and say goodbye to Mr. Gabriel Falcon Santana. Gabe, it's been a pleasure.
Say that in Spanish 3 times. Gabriel Santana Falcon. Gabriel Santana Falcon. Gabriel Santana Falcon.
I just didn't do that. Hey guys, Welcome, man. And my favorite thing to say to everybody else, and Gabe will agree with me, is stop stealing music, man. And we're not doing this for our health. So go forward, prosper, love, enjoy life. And as I always say in finishing up, Gabe, I love you, man. Peace through music, everybody. And thanks for tuning into Jackie's Groove. This is Jackie Bertoni, Intertalk Radio Network. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.
Love you, Jackie. Thank you,
love you, baby boy. Peace.
Take care. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs. Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, whichwich.com.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goli, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
You take your smartphone almost everywhere you go. Now WSRadio.com can be there too. Search WS Radio in the Play Store for your Android devices or iTunes for Apple, and download the WS Radio application. WSRadio.com, on your phone and in your ear everywhere you go. Download the WS Radio application. Do it now. It's very easy. WSRadio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.